How to build sales follow-up automation in Zapier. You typed it, and that's exactly what this is. So open your browser, go to zapier.com and sign in. Wait for your dashboard to load. Before you build anything, I need you to check one thing. Your Airtable, Asana, and Slack accounts are already connected under My Apps. If they're not, take a minute and connect them now. Otherwise, you'll hit a wall halfway through and wonder what's broken. Now click the Create button in the upper left, then select Zaps. That opens the Zap editor with a blank trigger step staring at you. Click the trigger step. In the search bar, type Airtable. Select it and choose New Record as the trigger event. Click Continue. Pick your Airtable account, then the base that holds your leads, and the leads table. If your table is empty right now, go drop in at least one test record. Zapier needs sample data to work with. Once that's done, click Continue and then Test Trigger. It pulls in a record. Pick a sample and review the fields you see. Lead name, email, company, follow-up date, all that. Click Continue with selected record. Now you add the Asana action. Click the plus button below the trigger, search for Asana, select it, and choose Create Task. Click Continue, pick your Asana workspace and the sales project where those tasks live. Here's where the real setup happens. In the task name, click and map the lead name field from Airtable, then type a space, then map company. So your task reads something like John Smith-Acme Corp. Underneath, if your Airtable has a sales representative field, map that to the assignee. That way the follow-up lands directly on the right rep's task list. For the due date, pick the follow-up date field from Airtable. That's the one that drives when the rep needs to act. And in the task description, I always drop in the email and phone number fields from the trigger. That way the rep doesn't have to go hunting for contact info. It's right there in Asana when they open the task. Click Continue. Now test it. Click Test Step. Wait a sec. Open Asana in another tab, head to your sales project, and you'll see a brand new task with the lead's name, company, assignee if you mapped one, and the contact details in the description. Verify the due date is correct. If it looks good, you're solid. Now for the Slack notification. Hit the plus button below the Asana step, search Slack, choose Send Channel Message. Connect your Slack workspace, then select a channel. I'd pick a dedicated one like #sales follow-up, but whatever your team uses. In the message text, you're going to build a notification. Type New Follow-Up Task 4, then click into the data picker and insert lead name and company. Then type Follow-Up By and insert the follow-up date. This gives your team instant visibility on who needs what and when. Click Continue, then Test Step. Zapier fires a message. Open Slack, go to that channel, and confirm the notification came through with the right lead info. With all 3 steps tested, you're ready to publish. Give the Zap a descriptive name. Sales Follow-Up Automation Works. Click Publish. It's live now, and it'll run automatically every time a new lead hits your Airtable table. Do a real end-to-end check. Go to your Airtable leads table, add a new row. Give it a name, say Alice Chen, Company Tech Solutions, and a follow-up date of tomorrow. Then wait a minute or two. In your Zap dashboard, you can watch the trigger fire under Zap History. Then open Asana, a task appears in the sales project titled Alice Chen-Tech Solutions, assigned to the rep you mapped with the due date and contact info. Open Slack and you'll see the notification. If both show up, your automation is solid. A couple of things to keep in mind now that it's running. First, check Zap history regularly. A failed step here usually means an account disconnected or a field mapping broke. Second, this 3-step Zap uses 3 tasks per lead, so if you're processing a lot of leads, monitor your task usage in the billing section. Third, if you ever rename a field in Airtable, revisit this Zap and remap it, or tasks will start coming through blank. And if you need to temporarily stop the automation, you can toggle it off right next to the Zap name in the dashboard. Hit like if this got your automation up and running, subscribe for more straight-to-the-point walkthroughs, and drop a comment saying this was helpful. Comments push this to other people searching for the exact same thing.